Hey everybody, Rachel Teedy here with your 13 Now evening update on this May 3rd. Once again, we are bringing in sports director Rodger Wyland because he has been covering the Albany Empire press conference, all the updates. So what happened today, Raj?
So we all gathered at 4:00, as per usual with Antonio Brown. Things do run a little bit late. So by around 4:18, the owner of the Albany Empire comes out and they introduce Tom Anas as the head coach. Now, Tom Anas was the head coach before the season started and got fired right before game one, and which should have never happened, but it did. But it wasn't Antonio Brown who fired him. It was Mike Korda who fired him. So the relationship between Anas and Antonio Brown, fine. And I thought Antonio Brown did exactly the right thing. Bring back the coach that just won 2 national championships and try to get this team back on the rails. So that's how it all started.
Right. But there was a big absence today.
Yeah, there was a huge absence. One of the main reasons that Tom Anas came back and took this job was obviously he wanted to get Albany back in the winning ways, but he wanted to make sure that he had the right assistant coach with him that helped him win 2 championships, and that is Damon Ware. Damon Ware was the interim head coach, and when Tom got fired, they named Damon Ware as the interim head coach. Damon Ware got fired on the bus ride home from Carolina on Sunday. But when they reached out to Manas, he said, "I'm not taking this job unless Damon Ware is my offensive coordinator." And Antonio Brown said, "Fine, we'll leave the door open." Well, Damon Ware wasn't at the press conference today because he's in Orlando now. He's helping coach a team in Orlando. And that's another storyline because Mike Korda, former owner, he and Tom Anas are not on the same page anymore, right? Because that's who fired Tom Anas. So now Korda, trying to get back a little bit at Anas, all of a sudden takes Damon Ware and finds him a job in Orlando. Now, Korda, I think, has ties to the Orlando team now. And he's taking the former Albany Empire players who were all cut, fired, released by Antonio Brown, and they're going to Orlando. So the quarterback, wide receiver, and Damon Ware, the offensive coordinator, they're all going to Orlando. Manas didn't really catch wind of this until right before the press conference that he found out, where's Damon Ware? Oh, he's in Orlando. Are you kidding me? That is and oh, by the way, Damon Ware was part of the itinerary today. He was going to apologize for his remarks to TMZ where he blasted, and I mean blasted, Antonio Brown to TMZ. He was going to apologize for that. That was one of the stipulations that he had to do today, but he's with a different team now.
Oh, so
unbelievable.
It's completely unbelievable. And I have a hard time imagining what that must have been like for Manas to suddenly find out your assistant coach is no longer part of the team just minutes before your press conference.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And, and Manas can spin it that there's a lot of other, and he did. He said, there's a lot of offensive coordinators out there with some great minds, and there's a lot of them. We'll have somebody, which they will. They'll have a coach. It'll be fine. But Manas and Ware had the 1-2 punch for 2 years, leading the Albany Empire to a national championship. And that was his guy. That was his guy. And just like that, his guy is obviously in Orlando now. But the thing is, like, Ware and Antonio Brown didn't see eye to eye. I mean, clearly, he blasted him in TMZ.
Right.
But Antonio was looking the other way because he wanted Manas back as a head coach. He's willing to say, okay, fine. You can bring back the interim coach we just fired on Monday. If it's that important to you, and that's one of the reasons why you're going to come back here, we will let that go and let Damon Ware be your offensive coordinator. And then that all blew up right before the press conference.
Right. In your experience covering not just the Empire, but sports teams in general, have you ever seen anything quite like this?
I've covered a lot of stuff. This one, what has happened so far since Antonio Brown has taken over has been a lot of layers, a lot of stories, a lot of controversy. And you know what? Get used to it, because that's how AB rolls, good, bad, or indifferent. There's a lot of that going on. And this won't be the last time that you or I are having a discussion about, hey, what's going on with the Empire? What's going on with Antonio Brown? I just hope it does settle down a little bit and they can win some games on the field and put some fans in the seats, because ultimately that's what will save this team is people going to games and generating some revenue for this team to hang around.
Absolutely. Well, Rodger, thank you for your coverage. Incredible job again. As always, it's been a crazy couple of days.
Thanks, Rachel.
To come 9 and 11 o'clock. Let me bring in Reed Kisselbeck now, who's tracking all the rain showers around the region.
Yeah, more rain. And once again, Rachel, as right now outside, we're down in the 40s in Albany, 48 degrees. Light amount of rain from earlier in the day, but we do still have some steadier downpours in the mix. That's right now in Greene County as well as in Saratoga County. And so just be prepared still for some changing conditions this evening as you head on out of here. Large upper level low that's been bringing all that rain finally starting to move its way out into the Atlantic. It's weakening. That's good news there because it means our chances for rain is going to start to finally decrease. 7 a.m. Thursday morning, a few spotty showers to deal with as you head out the door. And that's really going to be the trend for the day tomorrow. Very spotty, very light. Some of you might actually go the whole day tomorrow without seeing a single drop of rain. Evening commute home, a couple pockets of some light rain shouldn't really even slow you down too much for that drive home. And then heading into Friday, we start out dry, maybe an isolated shower or two south of Albany. The rest of us really in the clear through the majority of the day. So tonight, 43, mostly cloudy and cool. A few scattered showers at points heading into the day tomorrow. 58, mostly cloudy and a few showers possible. But look at the 7-day planner, and we got a nice stretch of weather coming our way. Thursday, Friday, both a chance for a shower here or there. We warm up. The weekend, highs sitting pretty close to 70. We're in the low 70s Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, our next chance for a few scattered showers with a high of 67.
All right, looking forward to it. Those 70s, they were a little higher yesterday, Reed. What happened?
They were, things trend differently between the days, especially when you're more than 5 days out. It tends to change a little more.
Absolutely. I'm hoping that they'll go back up. I'm
Well,
positive thinking.
You get enough sunshine, a little less cloud cover, we'll get there. So
yeah. Hopefully. All right. Thank you, Reed. We'll see you at 9 and 11. Lots to cover tonight. Obviously, the forecast Reed was just talking about, also covering the Albany Empire, the ever-changing situation there. We're going to have a closer look at all of that, what we tried to learn about what happened on the bus ride home, that infamous bus ride home where players allegedly got into a fight. We asked Antonio Brown about that. You're going to hear what he had to say about that coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll see you then.